Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Dai, and today I am sharing with you my first impressions of the Monochrome Manga Club selections for the month of September. Those were Animal Crossing Volume 1 by Kokonasu Rumba, published by Viz, rated all ages, and Volume 1 of Solo Leveling. This is by Chugong, illustrated by Dubu. This one is published by Yen Press, rated older teen. We also are doing 2 series reads, but I'm not going to talk about them here. Those are Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon, the Eternal Edition by Naoko Takeuchi, Volume 6. This one's published by Kodansha Rated Teen. And we're also reading Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. So we read Volumes 5 and 6 in September. This is by Koyoharu Gotoge and published by Viz, Rated Teen. So if you're interested in hearing my thoughts on these, check out my DSIS 19 diaries for the week, and then you can hear me talk about those there. But since they are not first in a series reads, I will not be talking about them here. To add to that, I have already done a series first impressions on the Solo Leveling manhwa, as well as the audiobook for the first light novel, as well as the light novel itself. So I will link that down in the description box below in case you're interested in hearing my thoughts on this one, but I will tell you that I really enjoyed it, and I do recommend it either way. But yes, any way you'd like to check out that series, I do recommend it. So the only thing that I will be talking about today is Animal Crossing New Horizons Deserted Island Diary. So this is basically just like if you were a character going to Tom Nook's deserted island and starting out your life there. We're basically following like these 3 characters. So you can see there's a girl here and a boy, and there's one more. I don't see him on the front cover, but there is one more boy who we're following, and they all come to the island together. It's slightly different from how it would be, say, if you were playing Animal Crossing and starting your game. I will tell you that Animal Crossing New Horizons was my very first Animal Crossing game, so I didn't have any other experience besides New Horizons. But when I was talking to my manga club members, a lot of them had played other editions of Animal Crossing. So they were already really well in tune to the franchise and things like that. For me, it felt very much like playing the game, except we're like looking at another character playing. This is more on the comedic side. There are lots of like, I call it like stupid comedy moments. And we do get introduced to several of the characters. So for example, in this one, we get Chachamaru, who's actually Dom. I always call him Chachamaru. There's Wisp, Gulliver, Tom Nook, obviously, Blathers, and Raymond. And I think there's a couple more in here. Plus, there is a character guide in the back. So, like, you get, like, Isabel and Wilbur and little things, little comics, 4-panel comics with them. And you get introduced to several of them. Plus, there's a bonus diary area where you get a little entry from the mangaka talking about what I think is a section that they've created on their own island. So it's always interesting to see other people's islands and what they do with them. And I thought that was really interesting to see her illustrate a part of her island. And so I didn't enjoy this as much as I thought I was going to, just because it is like stupid comedy. Plus, Chachamaru is one of my favorite characters. I do have him on my island, and in this manga, he is portrayed kind of dumb, which I didn't like. But I was talking to one of the members, and the member is on the younger side. I would say he's probably in elementary school. He had made mention that for him, it felt like watching somebody play Animal Crossing for the first time. And I can totally see where he's coming with that. I would really love it if someone who doesn't have any kind of experience with Animal Crossing would read this and let me know what they think of it, because everybody at the meeting, plus myself and my daughter, we all have some kind of experience playing the Animal Crossing game. But I'd really like to see what somebody who has none of that experience, who doesn't know these characters or what happens in the game, would think of this, because I think that's something that I've lost because I have experience playing this game, like a lot of other people. If this had come out before like 2020, I would have had that experience. Plus, I would have the added experience of going back and rereading this after I had played the game. But since I have already played the game and I've played several hours of gameplay extensively with my daughter for a pretty long time, we were logging in daily and working on our island and doing things like that, all of the events. Yeah, it's been a little bit since we visited our island, to be honest, but it was nice to revisit somebody else's island, seeing them start from scratch, and the hardships of starting out your life on a deserted island, and Tom Nook and all of his little bills that he gives you and things like that. And actually, there are things that shock him about how our characters go about their new life on the island in this volume. So I am looking forward to seeing what happens in the next volume, as well as meeting all of the other characters that we are introduced to in the next volume, because that is also something that I'm enjoying, is learning about these characters that I may not have been interested in scouting for my island, but I know nothing about them besides, like their general trait and things like that. So I'm enjoying learning about all of the other characters that are in this world, because there are a ton of them. And so, yeah, really, really enjoyed it. Looking forward to getting into the next one. And so before I let you go, I do want to let you know what we will be reading for October. So we will be continuing our series read of Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba with volumes 7 and 8. I will tell you that I am now fully invested in this series. After volume 6, it sucked me in. Really looking forward to reading those 2 volumes and seeing what happens next. We will continue our series read of Sailor Moon in the Eternal Edition by Naoko Takeuchi. With volume 7. I absolutely love this color, and the holographic nature of it is awesome. I really like that black holographic. Our first in a series reads will be Set Off of the End volume 1. This is Set Off of the End Vampire Rain. Story by Takaya Kagami, art by Yamato Yamamoto, storyboards by Daisuke Furuya, published by Viz, rated older teen. This is about a vampire versus humans war, I believe. It says vampires reign, humans revolt. I tried to watch this anime with my daughter. She said I fell asleep after the first episode. I don't really remember a lot of what happens. I do remember being slightly confused, but my daughter really, really loves this series, and so I'm really looking forward to trying it out in its manga form and seeing if that works better for me, and seeing if, now that time has passed since I initially tried to get into the series, if I will agree with it more and it'll suck me in a little bit better. And then our next first in a series volume will be Ghost Reaper Girl. This is by Akisa Saike, published by Viz, rated older teen. It's very Halloween-y in the back here, but this is about a 28-year-old girl who wants to be an actress, but she has spontaneous displays of violence. And so she thinks that she's probably never ever going to have the opportunity to do what she wants until she gets offered a role by a mysterious guy to be the Ghost Reaper Girl and take down the evil spirits that have escaped from Hades. So this one is flipped. So you read it the normal way, and the back it does have a little note that explains to you that the mangaka requested for it to be read in this fashion. So I thought that was interesting and definitely fits with the theme of the month. So those will be our reads for the month of October. I believe that we will be moving to online meetings in December, just so that you know. So if you've ever been interested in discussing the manga club selections with me in a chat format, we will probably be doing that in December. I am looking at creating a Discord, and that's only because we are unable to have our meeting in store in December because of the holiday rush and all of that. So let me know down in the comments below if you are interested in joining our Monochrome Manga Club Discord. I will be setting that up sometime over the next month. And if you will be interested in reading any of next month's selections with us, I would love to know that as well. Always, if you are interested in reading the selections, please feel free to do so. And then you can discuss them with me in the comments below of these videos. Or when we create the Discord, you can chat with me about them there. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I've got for you today. If nothing else, you would just like to let me know that you were here. If you could leave me some kind of Halloween emoji, whether that be a ghosty or a jack-o'-lantern, I'd really appreciate it. And it would really help me out, and that will do it for me today. So I hope you're all doing great, and I hope you're all safe and healthy. And until next time, take care and smile like always. Bye.